Welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Okay, when I first started locksmithing, I was a Makita man. I know what you're going to say before you start with the nasty comments. Just hang on a second. So old that it's still got the key chuck, no keyless chuck back in those days. We didn't have lishies back in those days. We didn't have electric pick guns back in those days. No. A long time ago. Anyway, so with a lot of counselling and a bit of time, I have progressed into a Dewalt man. And you might say, oh yeah, you got a Dewalt tool. That's cool. Not really. Let me show you.
Houston, we have a problem.
So as you can see, I love my Dewalt now. I'm a Dewalt man. And the price has always been fairly fair. I used to buy skins, what they call this the skin, and you can buy them as they are without the battery, like a skin like that. And they came in a little bit cheaper. You've got your battery, you can just reuse, throw it on the old one. That's the older model. And it was no big deal, so slowly by slowly I started collecting, getting a tool for this, that and the other. Now I was in Bunnings the other day and I was walking through and they happened to have a Dewalt lady there, a large lady, bit of a Karen, tell you no quicker than she'd show you her wares. But anyway, I picked up a tool, a new looking tool, had a little dispenser on the back, had a big nozzle, had this, big slap on battery, a couple of LEDs, looked really flash. I said, oh, how much is this? And she said, oh, I think it was $590. So 590 AUSD. So that, I don't know what that'll equate to into US dollars, but it's more. And that's a lot of money for just the tool. Probably came with a shitty ass battery. But anyway, I looked at it and I looked at her and I said, all right, we'll give us a go. And she says, I can't. Why not? Oh, because you have to wear these. She passed me a pair of these ones, safety goggles. All right, no worries. Threw them on my face like a suntan in summertime and proceeded to try and use the tool. So anyway, what it was the new Pop Rivet Gun. So it has the nozzle here and has the dispensing cartridge on the back. So I'm having a little fiddle with it and all the rest. Picked up myself one of these lovely bad boys, a Pot Rivet, shoved it in, pulled the trigger, and boing, it started to shoot them. Well, actually I started to shoot them all around the floor because I knew the lovely lady would enjoy picking up my shit. And anyway, she points down and says, like that, and there it was. Sure enough, I didn't see it. There was a wall of holes, 4 or 5 mil holes. You meant to stick it in there and go ding, ding, ding. And she points down like this. And I said, nah, give us another go. Popped in another Pop Rivet, aimed in a different direction, bing, and shot that one right on the floor as well. Handed it back, said, how much? 560. I said, yeah, 560, 580. I said, yeah, righto. I'll think about it at tax time. Anyway, went home and started thinking to myself, do I really need this new Dewalt tool? Do I really need it? It's a Pop Rivet Gun, Automatic Pop Rivet Gun. So to cut a long story short, I thought, no, I'm not going to invest that type of money on that for Pop Rivets. I don't do Pop Rivets a lot, and when I do, I've got my $15, I guess, well, you could call it a lot of things. I like to call it the rocket or the dick, but basically, yeah, that's what it is. And I'll show you how I use it. I did do a review on this, and I basically told you it was not very good. I poo-pooed it a bit, but over the years I've learned to use it a bit better. I've learned how to clean it out. I've learned how to clean out a jam, and it actually does work to an extent. And I've been okay with it because it's been easier than carrying around a hand manual Pop Rivet gun. I've just taken them out of my van. I don't use the hand one anymore. I just use this because I find it quicker, but I also have to accompany it with a set of side cutters to keep it in functioning order. Let me show you. Alright, so this cost me $15-20 off of eBay. First things first, the collar's not long enough, so it just comes off. It's hard to, actually lock that ball bearing in there, and we're still not locked in, but for my purpose, even though it's not locked in, I'm going to show you how it works anyway, because it does work and it's $15. Alright, so you put your Pop Rivet in the end, you put it in the forwards motion, you hold it on the top here, and you go like this, and you get maybe about a foot of projection. Put it into reverse, and on a good day, you can pull this out. On 90% of the days, I have to pull out my side cutters to do it. It does work, okay? It does work, and I've already got the drill, so it's no big deal. Anyway, I thought, I'm going to look around. I'm always a Dewalt man. So anyway, I came up with this, okay? And this came from China, and, I thought I'd give it a go. To start off with, the color coordination is right, so it's going to be matching and complementing my other tools on the shelf, so that way I don't, look so out of fashion. There's nothing worse than looking at a man cave or a workshop and seeing a tool that's a different color. It means you're starting to change sides, or you're questioning your choice of whether you're a Makita, Metabo, or a Dewalt guy. So I thought nobody's really going to notice. All right, to start off with, it comes out like this, and it has a big block of foam on the ding-dong end, and that's to allow you to know that that's the business end of the sail. So let's just remove that. All right, and then you come down to a whole heap of padding, which hopefully will get recycled 3 times before all the bubbles are finally popped. And there's a bit more there in case you didn't get enough. You do have a tool here with your multiple selections, and to change your, don't know what the word is, but if to change your tip, you simply pop it in there, tighten, untighten. You can take the nozzle off if you have a jam. Fairly straightforward, no big deal. I don't know what that one does yet, but it could be related in there. Alright, comes with some handy little pot rivets to give it a test, and that's what we're going to do. So, now, looking at it, all in all, I'm fairly happy with it. The rubberization on the handle and the grip is well glued on there and feels just as good as a new Dewalt. I have a new Dewalt here. Impact driver. So let's just piss off that junky bit. Okay, so there it is there. The grip, the rubberization, everything feels fairly rock solid. I'm happy with that. The color coordination is not exact, but it's close enough to pass. Now, let's get into this. This is meant to combat the $590 impulse purchase that I was going to purchase at Bunnings on a whim, but decided not to because I didn't have one in my set. I picked this up for 90 bucks. Okay, so that's like maybe $500 savings. So let's see if it's going to do what we want to do. First things first, we have to have battery compatibilization. And that is a real word, compatibilization. Look at that. Alright, so to be comparative to the tool that I was looking at, it has to do the same function. And we'll go over that in a moment. What it doesn't do is it doesn't collect the stems of the pot rivets. So we'll go over that in a minute. First things first, some things you can buy from China and they will do you for the job that you're doing. Some things not so good. Take these batteries for example, 9-hour lithium, right color coordination, all that sort of stuff. Basically, I bought 4. One of them was dead from the start, and after that the other ones wouldn't. They work, but they're not giving as much juice and as much torque and as much life as the battery as a standard generic OEM Dewalt battery. So the Dewalt batteries definitely superior, and yes, you can use these, but they're not as good. And you've got that, like, I mean, I got 4 and I got 1 that was dead. So you make your choice as far as cost wise. He's coming at about 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks. 5 amp is probably about 110, 120 bucks, but they seem to last longer for me. And if you're on, like in my van, I only have genuine batteries from Dewalt. They seem to be the rock solid, as were these big bad boys. I use them at home, so it's not a problem. All right, let's get back to it. How did I go with my new tool? All right, so let's test it. So you pop a pot rivet in there, put it in the forwards motion, which it means on your right hand side, this button is pushed in, pull the trigger willy-nilly, safety's on, let's go. Look at that. Okay, now, the stem did not collect in the back canister can, which you'd have to empty it out soon enough. There is a very technical way to remove this, and it's fast and it's efficient. Ready? Done. That's it. Does it shoot as far? Well, it shot as far as the blue space shuttle, so that was cool. As far as quick, well, it's just as quick. It's doing exactly what it needs to do. What I was impressed with is the way that it pulls it all the way in, expands the pot rivet, and then starts to throw the drill in reverse so that it actually loosens the chucks inside so that it's not hanging onto the stem of the pot rivet. Thank you. So I was fairly impressed with this. Look, all in all it is an impact driver. Let's quickly show you. Just unscrew that. It's an impact driver. Impact driver, square shaft, good collar, good plastic. You pop that on there like that, you tighten it up, and it's got a pre-program in there to say, right, 15 revolutions this way, 6 revolutions that way. So that's cool. All that is metal. I like that. This part here, nice rubber. The trigger feels good. Epoxy little light in there if you were to compare it to what you're normally getting with the Dewalt, but who cares about that? If you go over the little button down here, there's some sort of little light button that comes on here but really does nothing down here, so I wouldn't care. And on the side here we have some detailing or little engraved things here that look a bit epoxy. They need a bit of black in there to make them stand out a bit more. and LOUSDSOKE. I don't know how to say it. Input 20 volt. I'm using the 18 volt, but in America I think they call it the 20 volt. Same. And all in all, I am fairly impressed with it. A few little warning signs on there. Read the instructions, wear safety goggles, and some other little one I can't work out, and a recycling sign. Always got to recycle. Even these batteries too, you just can't chuck these in the bin. We've all seen how lithium likes to go up the house on fire. So that is my new tool. I didn't pay $500. This is the tester. These always jam up. I haven't tried these yet. So that's got the steel stem. They've always been a problem for me in the past, but I am fairly happy with that. Uh-oh.
No. Get him.
Okay, a rusty one, and we got a problem. Okay, time to do a little operation. That was a rusty blind pot rivet. It was a bit of a loaded one. And there she is. Can we get her out? So ideally, if you're going to use crap pot rivets like I just did, you might have a problem. Inside is 3 collets, same as what it is for the other one. They all go in like a cone formation. So you put them round-sided out, teeth facing in, all 3, and then just drop them in. I might need tweezers here to put them in. And they basically grip the shaft of the pot rivet. Okay, that was really nasty pot rivets. It's not the tool's fault. Not the tool's fault. My fault. That's back on. Just pulling the trigger to take off the pressure. Okay, so that's the type of pot rivet I had. As you can see, it's got rust all the way down through it, and what you can kind of see there is that it created a burr with the pot rivet, and that's what it was. These pot rivets I've always had troubles with because they got the steel stem, and they work just fine. As for these other ones with the rust and all the rest, well, I did myself an injustice there by using really crap pot rivets. If you're using just normal good pot rivets, I mean, we're talking those ones that are like 100 years old. That's why. These ones shoot even further. Half a meter at least. There you go. Alright, so that's my review on the LOUSD Zoke pot rivet gun from China, AliExpress or Temu, wherever you'd like to buy it. Fairly impressed, and I think it's going to be a good little asset to my Dewalt collection, even though it's not a Dewalt, and I know it's not a Dewalt, but look, we'll put it on the shelf, it'll look the same, and for the amount that I use a pot rivet gun, I think I'll get away with it. And I saved myself $500 because the amount of times I pot rivet, probably 200-300 in a day on a busy day, once a month if you're lucky, and every now and again it's just one here and one there. So leave your comments down below, tell me what you think, and tell me if you've used this tool before, or if you've had any troubles. I've used it, only for 20-30 pot rivets now, and it's worked perfectly, effortlessly, and it's less cumbersome than this one here. Pulling it apart, I've had to pull this apart multiple times. The only time I pulled this one apart in the last day or week that I've had this is just because it's rusty, and you see what happened with the pot rivet. It's a pot rivet fail, not really the tool fail. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching.